No, I think I'll just leave me as Bill.
Yes, but that is not the hashtag.
No. It's not Bill, but it's not Bill.
That's right.
And it's not gay Bill.
Indeed. That's a whole different story.
That is the best. Did he at least chuckle when he signed
it? Yeah. But
So
the first thing you wanted to do is make sure it wasn't something offensive that he was writing.
Right.
And I was like, no. It is totally cool.
And he's going to love it when he gets it.
Yes.
All right.
Kool-Aid to sip, baby.
Kool-Aid to sip, baby. Oh, you know what? This tells you how fucking out of it I am.
Also gonna have some Kool-Aid to sip, baby.
No, I have my tea to sip, baby. With my honey and sugar and Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire in it.
Fire.
Because I don't have cinnamon sticks. So I just figured I'd use what I had. Let me open up.
You just holler out there to somebody. If you are out of cinnamon sticks, you just tell them,
bitch, I miss America. I do what I want to do.
And you tell them they need to bring them to you.
Bitch, I miss America. I do what I want to do.
That's right. Kool-Aid to sip, baby.
I am not Miss America tonight. I feel like I'm missing America tonight. That's
yes.
kind of what I feel like. Okay, so now I've got the other computer open and ready to go. So
okay, player.
I'll figure it out. We'll get through it. Like I said, I'll
always do.
I'll be a bumbling mess by the time we're done, but we'll get through it. Miss America is a little stuffy tonight. Yes, because I'm Miss America, bitch, and I do what I want.
Damn straight.
No, you'll find out during the intro, John.
Fucking playground. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna give you this 5 in Shree. Who's your mama?
This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, we bring you Vanilla Ice's math and history issues, put some respect on Quick's name, long live the Queen, Diddy allegedly starting fires while trying to put others out, and new music from our favorite supergroup. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Now we're about to stream now.
And now, here's your host, Bill Winter, and Mr. Throwback Thursday himself, Jamie Roberts.
Welcome to the sick bay. It is Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 515. Your two favorite idiots bringing you all the hip-hop news that there is to bring you. Jamie is down in Virginia. The Plague Rat is up in New York.
Yeah.
I am Bill. And before anybody asks, yes, I have once again tested positive for COVID-19. So I am thankfully 5-6 states away from Jamie, so I don't get him all infected and I won't get anybody over. I mean, I'm hardwired now, so it's not like I have Wi-Fi. My connection's a lot better, but I still don't think the COVID can go through the computer and get everybody.
Although it has not been scientifically proven not to happen.
It has not. So if you see the chat, I have put Play Grat,
yes,
which is my take on Plague Rat, which is what he's been calling me for 2 days. So, well, you know how I am, man. How are you? How was your trip?
It was wonderful. Didn't win anything or anything, but you know, it was still an exciting trip. I sent you a picture of something at one of the restaurants.
You did?
It was a beverage for the table. I'll shout out the restaurant Retro by Voltaggio.
So now I will just call you Table.
Yes. Retro by Voltaggio has a menu where they take, okay, the majority of the stuff on there is what I call poor food because it's stuff I ate growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But they've put a fancy spin on it. So like they have SpaghettiOs, but it's like fancified, and like their deviled eggs are made with caviar, and it's a weird shit. Anyway, one of the items on the menu was a beverage for the table. I believe it said 3 to 4 people.
Yes, I believe it did.
And it was Brass Monkey.
That funky monkey.
Yes. It's not Brass Monkey. It's a natural reflex. But anyway, it was Old English 800 with, what was it? Orange and passion fruit sorbet. Is that what it was?
Yes, I believe that's what it had in it.
Yes.
Which is...
I did not get that because at my advanced age, I cannot drink 3 to 4 people's worth of Old English anymore.
You could. It just wouldn't end up well for you.
No, not at all.
But I mean, you might end up like me.
Yes, and we can't have that.
No, I while you were taking a look at all of that, I've been living on Dayquil, NyQuil, Theraflu. I did not take the Paxlovid because I've already had it once, and they say if you've had it once, it's not nearly as effective the second time.
Did you drink Clorox though?
I did not.
See, that might work.
I did not. I did have some Vicks Vapo bombs that I put in my shower, which if you've never taken one of those are pretty cool, man.
They should also not be ingested.
No. The fancified version of SpaghettiOs is Basquiatios.
Basquiatios.
So we're going to try to get through.
Yes.
Before
we get too far, I want to send condolences out to Ken Elsfelder on his loss.
Yes, I'm so glad that you mentioned that because I saw that earlier today. I was going to say the same thing. Ken is a very good friend of ours. He's a patron. Yes. He's just a quality dude, and he suffered a tragic loss. Yes. And we send all of our best wishes out to Ken and his family. And we're thinking of you, and we've got your back, man.
Yes. And on a happier note, we're going to give something away.
Yes. If you read the intro on Facebook today, there were a couple of options.
Yeah. It could be coffee. It could be a random thing from the prize box. It could be Bill. I'm giving.
But then he found out I was sick. So we have determined that it will not be me. So today's hashtag is not Bill.
So put hashtag not Bill in the comments if you want to be entered to win things that are not Bill.
And because I figure the viewing audience would appreciate this, as I showed you earlier when you told me about the not Bill thing, it was kismet that you said that, because my daughter has found the greatest autograph ever that was gifted to me by you.
Yes.
Years ago from our friends at Disturbed.
Yes.
It was not a hip hop band, but
it was a wedding gift, was it not?
It was a wedding gift.
Yeah.
Yes. This is an autograph picture.
It's not showing. There you go.
If you cannot read what it says.
Hold on. Let me see if I can put you up on solo. Wow.
It's addressed to not gay Bill. And it is signed by all active members of Disturbed at that time. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why does it say gay Bill? What's up, Richie?
What up, Richie?
Because Jamie asked him to put that on there. Years ago, before I was in medicine, I was a member of the financial industry, and as such, I had to wear suits every day. I was going to win no matter what with that hashtag. I was a member of the financial industry. I had to wear suits every day, and it was the 80s. And good evening, thank you, Rob. Because it was the 80s and early 90s, I had my Parker Lewis Can't Lose wardrobe in full effect.
What's up, Rob?
And one of those wardrobes was a purple suit.
It was.
And
not like fancy Prince purple, no,
like Grimace purple.
Yes.
and I didn't wear it like Prince. If I had worn it like Prince, I'd still be wearing it. So he noticed my purple suit one time. He goes, "Don't worry, man. Doesn't mean you're gay."
Yeah.
So we were out one night and I was wearing the suit after work. And he says, "This is my friend Bill. He's not gay."
He's not gay.
Because of the purple suit.
Yes.
So that entire evening,
I believe that was when I introduced you to Yeshua Getz.
I believe it was. Yes. And it was a case of, that stuck the entire night. This is my friend, not gay Bill.
Yes.
So fast forward, and I get this in the mail, and I do not have a gay Bill friend either. At least as far as I know. I don't have any friends named Bill. And if I did, I don't know of their orientations or anything.
Bill,
and not that it would matter.
Bill,
but
William. Oh.
But so that's the story behind Not Gay Bill.
Yes.
And the hashtag Not Bill tonight, because we are not giving me away because I am damaged goods tonight.
Yes.
But I am going to soldier through, and we are going to have a show, episode 515, with our standard lineup of your regularly
stuff.
scheduled ridiculousness. We have hip hop headlines. My wife will tell you that I'm not gay. Woo News.
So will
we
Dave
have a
Draymond
little
be
bit
disturbed?
of. I have from Jamie a one and done. I have a record of the week.
You do.
We'll remind you who the artist of the month is. I will read some lyrics.
Yes, because I will not. I will send you the lyrics.
I don't know if we're gonna have a foosball update or anything like
Who
that. We'll
knows?
see what time allows.
Yeah,
We are doing a giveaway
heading into
tonight.
playoffs next week, right?
I think it is.
Mm.
So
Yes,
we
we're doing
will-
a giveaway tonight.
and it's not me. So
It is not. It's right here. See, it is not Bill.
So there you go. Get your hashtag in, hashtag not Bill. Get you entered for your hodgepodge gift tonight.
Yeah, it could be anything. Maybe it's this Death Wish coffee beanie. It's a toque.
It's a toque. I like
Who
toque.
knows? It could be anything. Whatever I feel, it could be this inspected deck sticker.
It could be.
I don't know what it's going to be. I know I owe the Henderson stuff, but they said I could wait and send it to them
When
when,
everything else arrives,
yes,
which we got the notification on those two.
that they were being manufactured.
Very exciting. So if you see me during the course of the night switching from sweatshirt to non-sweatshirt, you'll know.
Earl
know
of
why.
sweatshirt.
So anyway,
Wait, did you see the message
did I see the message?
on the screen?
We all know Billy is all about the booty hole, preferably brown.
Booty hole brown.
Not tonight, I'm not, man. Because tonight I am Miss America, goddammit.
You damn right.
Go ahead.
Bitch, I'm Miss America. I do what I want to do.
Yeah, he does.
And what I want to do right now is get us started with a little bit of hip hop headlines. So if you would be so kind, my non-COVID infected friend, would you please hit us with a little of that Triple H?
Yay,
Thank you
yay.
very much.
This is hip hop rock Mr. Throwback Thursday.
We'll get on it. It's your turn.
It is my toin, and my toin is going to start with this math just doesn't math.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the cool things about doing this show over the last almost 10 years is we have gotten very friendly with a lot of people who we never expected to get friendly with.
Exactly. Yes.
One of which was Mr. Rob Van Winkle.
Yes.
And Mr. Rob Van Winkle has a tendency from time to time to become Joe Pesci from Goodfellas. You know, he's very funny when he tells a story.
Yes.
His problem is that sometimes his stories do not let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Right. He is a, as most rappers are, a storyteller.
And you can decide how much truth you want to glean from this. This comes to us from hiphopdx.com. Vanilla Ice is recalling wild encounters with Pablo Escobar and his cartel, and he says, "We were all friends."
Yeah. He goes on to talk about, yeah, we didn't have Google. We didn't have the internet back then. So how did I know who these people were?
Right. And of course, this interview was with Vlad. So
Of
take
course
for
it
what
was.
it's
Like
worth.
part 97 of the Vanilla Ice interview with Vlad.
So he recalled some of his wild hangout sessions with the notorious crime boss and his associates at his mansion in Star Island, Miami Beach, which is right down from where Ice was, you know,
The chocolate starfish
A1A
island.
Beachfront Avenue. I hung out with Pablo Escobar many times, and Juan Almeida, Pepe
Many.
Nunez, Ralph Cabeza Linero, and everybody from Cocaine Cowboys. We were all
Doesn't Cabeza
friends.
mean head?
It does.
So I hung out with the head.
They would land helicopters in my house constantly on Star Island, come into my house. I had food just for them in the refrigerators.
I want to know what the food was that he had just for them.
Yeah, that's, you know, maybe they're diabetic. Maybe it had to be low sugar.
I'm hoping it's non-perishables in case they didn't show up for a while.
Perishables, yes. Because if you don't have it, you become perishable.
Exactly. You know, showing up unannounced whenever they feel like it.
They would
Gotta have food on standby.
They would take me in the helicopter and we would all go to these great events, race boats, and look at all the cool stuff that they were making. I never asked questions. We didn't have Google. I didn't know who these people are.
Right.
I thought they were businessmen.
They were.
Like to race boats like I did. They're on business.
Yes. They're a business man.
So Pablo was great person in person. This sounds ridiculous, but first of all, I had no Google. You don't go up to people and go, "So what do you do for a living?" Yeah, you kind of do.
I don't know you. You're landing at my house in a helicopter. You're coming in to eat the food that I have specially for you, but I don't know.
So do you work for the newspaper? You know,
it's J. Jonah Jameson.
I have no idea, bro. The guy's loaded. He has a Testarossa. I had a Porsche that's smoking. We raced. I raced Pablo Escobar. I smoked him. Not a lot of people can say that.
Yeah.
Did we go out and race
Beachfront
boats?
Avenue?
We were always on boats. There was always a bunch of bikinis floating around everywhere.
Is that from people who fell off the boats and their bikinis were floating around?
Well, that's because he smoked them.
Oh, okay.
He never clarified when he hung out with Escobar.
No,
but the rapper didn't become wealthy and famous until 1990.
And that's at best 1990, because that's when he hit the scene.
And Escobar surrendered to authorities in 1991.
Okay.
Escobar's public image has always had a large influence on hip hop. Wu-Tang's Protect Your Neck, and Nas had a song called Escobar.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what he goes by. He
does, yeah. So it's all taken from him. So he's been name dropped by artists such as Pass, Future, and Gucci Mane. Pass said that he named his 2016 album The Life of Pablo after Escobar.
Makes sense.
So, as well as other notable Pablos such as Picasso and the Apostle Paul, because, you know, let's take one of the apostles and
Pablo
turn
Cruz
him Spanish and make him Pablo. Right. So, yeah, the math doesn't really math, but
not PD Pablo.
Not PD Pablo. And if the story doesn't hurt anybody, is it really that big of a deal?
I mean, okay. So another thing Vanilla Ice does, I don't want to say regularly, but I've seen it multiple times. Is he and his friends go out and they give people money. So they'll go into, say they go into a diner and the waitress who had waited on them, they give her like $1,000 tip and they film this. So a lot of people get irritated saying, you're only filming this so that people can see what you're doing. If you're going to give, you should just give. And he came out one day and he said, I don't film it so you can see me giving money to people so you'll say, great job, Ice. He said, do it so people can see it being done and maybe they will inspire them to do the same. Because in the beginning, I was kind of irritated. I was like, man, that's kind of shady. You're just out there giving people money on camera.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look at this, but look at me. You know?
But when he and the funny thing is, it's never him. It's the guys who are with him.
Mm-hmm.
But when he went and explained it that way, he says, no, he said, I do it so I'll inspire someone else to do it. I'm like, okay, well, I kind of get that.
So, good friend of the show, Rob Van Winkle.
Yeah,
Kind of lives in his own world sometimes.
he
but
does,
that's
and
okay.
I'm still hoping to get him on the show. It's just,
It-
going through Tommy, it's a little tough to get a hold of him sometimes. Plus, he's a busy guy,
He is a busy guy. He's got many irons in the fire.
and he's got a movie coming.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's
Something
not
about a
snakes
plane.
on a plane.
No, it's not snakes on a plane. We talked about that.
We did.
And I
I will see it. What is it,
It's
zombie?
so
Is it
ridiculous.
zombie
I
plane?
can't. Yes, I can't not watch it.
Yeah, I will see it.
The next article, Quick is the name.
Yes.
That would be word to the motherfucking DJ Quick is the
You
name.
goddamn right it is.
Because word to the motherfucking DJ Quick says, put some respect on my hits.
Yeah.
And that's probably well warranted because
Yeah. It's one of the things that we do here fairly often is mention Quick and how big he is,
mhm,
as a producer.
Yeah.
People just say, oh, well, he had a couple albums, right? Well, yeah, but
that's not everything.
He moved
with Quick.
on
Yeah.
to bigger and better.
DJ Quick recently honored part of LA radio station K-Day's 40th celebration. He made sure the audience could smell the flowers he was getting, reminding them of all the iconic tracks he's produced for other artists. And again, not just his own stuff.
No.
Like, look, this is what I've done, and this is what put these people where they at. So,
Mhm. And he's like DJ Premier. He doesn't just produce hip hop artists.
no.
He produces pop hits.
So TMZ Hip Hop got a video of Quick performing. He put on a brave face for the crowd. I guess earlier in the day he had buried his brother. So our condolences go out to word to the motherfucking DJ Quick and his family on the loss of his brother, Gerald. The original Bompton rapper explained why his late sibling would understand. He had his son spin through a barrage of his personal hits, along with any tracks that he lent any bit of studio time on to get done. Tupac and Snoop's Two of America's Most Wanted,
Mhm.
Kendrick Lamar's King Kunte, 50 Cent's If I Can't, just to name a handful of the songs he's been a part of. He also showed love to YG's super platinum My Hitta single, which Quick says he engineered and recorded, but never officially got credit for doing. See, that's a little rough.
Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot of that out there.
K-Day was the city's first all-rap station, KDAY. Quick shouted them out his entire career, but the honors came full circle for them as well. December 7th is now officially KDAY Day in LA.
So it is a day that will live in infamy.
K-Day Day in LA. As opposed to Sadate, which we just say because we don't know exactly what it's supposed to mean.
Or
So that's something different. We know what that means. All hail the Queen.
mhm.
The Washington Post.
Before you start this one, last night as we record,
Did you watch that last night?
no, that's what I recorded it. It is on my DVR for me to view.
Yeah, I have it in storage too.
That's what I was wondering if anyone had watched it. Because all I saw today was, oh, they left out this person. Look, everybody can't be at everything.
No, and it was probably edited for television broadcast,
Mhm.
so there might have been more performers that just didn't make the cut.
And there are people who declined
Mm-hmm.
the invitation. I guess Questlove said, Hammer was invited,
Mm-hmm.
and he said no thanks. So all these
So-
people are like, man, where's Hammer? Where's Hammer? Because 50 years. But anyway, yes, the Grammy 50th hip hop. Speaking of 50th hip hop, I got my House of Blues shirt on from Las Vegas.
I've got my 50th of hip hop mug tonight.
Nice.
See, theme, and we didn't even talk
We
about
don't
it beforehand.
coordinate.
No,
We got to
you,
coordinate.
you were lucky I was even conscious when
I
you
know.
messaged me because it was touch and go there for a while. The Washington Post brings us this next article. One of my favorite things every year is the Kennedy Center Honors,
Yes.
which I believe this year is going to be broadcast on December 27th because I looked it up the other day because whenever December rolls around, I'm like, when is Kennedy Center Honors? I always look that up.
Yeah.
And the last few years, they've really been showing love to hip hop.
Yeah. I remember the LL one.
LL.
Didn't Tip?
Well, they had he was performing on part of something. I think they showed love to God, who else did they do? I know that there's been a couple of them that they've done.
Yeah.
But there's going to be another.
And Adam Sandler.
There's going to be another hip hop artist honored this year.
Oh,
and that would be Dana Owens.
I heard she was on vacation.
Yeah, well, Dana's not on vacation. She's arriving with her crown, because that would be all hail the Queen Latifah.
Yes.
You could say that there were no women at the time when Queen Latifah arrived, but that
You
would
would be
kind of
wrong.
be a lie. But there were no women like Latifah when
Right.
she arrived. Most of the women in hip hop at that time were, in the immortal words of Puffy, dancing all stupid in the video. Now, there were a couple. I mean, the Luminary Icon was out there, and there were a couple, but
Well, you had Light, you had Salt and Pepper, and you had
Mhm.
Antoinette.
Antoinette gets slept on a lot.
Well, yeah.
But Latifah was a little bit different. Dana Elaine Owens from Newark, New Jersey, pops onto the scene with a tribal sash.
Wait, where is she? How do you know that's where she's from?
Huh?
And whenever I smell cheap cologne and raccoons, I know I'm in New Jersey.
Are you trying to get me in trouble by saying that Queen Latifah smells like cheap?
I just asked how
cologne
you
and raccoon.
knew that she was from there.
Because it says Dana Owens from Newark.
Gotcha.
So she comes out 1989. This dignified lady, she's just 19 years old at the time,
With DJ Mark the 45 King.
but she comes out with lyrics like this and this little snippet from Ladies First. I break into a lyrical freestyle,
Style.
grab the mic, look into the crowd and
Gotta
see
see
smiles.
smiles.
They see a woman standing up on her own too. Sloppy slouching is something I won't do. And she's never done that.
Yeah.
Latifah's been on point from the minute she stepped on a stage and the minute she picked up a mic.
Yeah.
You can write a lot about Latifah and the many things that she's done. One of those was being recognized on December 3rd as a Kennedy Center honoree, but again, it's going to be broadcast on the 27th. There's that multi-hyphenate stuff
Yes.
that comes when your trophy case includes a Grammy and an Emmy and an Oscar nomination, a talk show, an action TV series, and acting roles that range from matron Mama Morton to Sasha Franklin in Girls Trip. So Dana's got quite a few irons in the fire.
Yes.
So.
John has a question.
Sarah's nephew is listening to vinyl and he likes rap. So I want to get him 2 Live Crew. Sarah wants to get him De La Soul. Who is correct here? The answer is you're both correct.
Yes.
Because hip hop is a giant gumbo with many, many different flavors. And you have to sample each individual flavor to appreciate the full bodied flavor of the entire soup.
Yes. I would remove 2 Live though and replace with 2 Short.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good recommendation. Although 2 Live,
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
be honest with you, it's super important in the history of this genre, especially for the whole PMRC thing.
Yes.
So,
And then he can run around saying fuck Martinez. You know?
poor Martinez. But yeah, Latifah, she even had the Dana Owens album where she sang Al Green,
Yeah.
Mamas and the Papas. Let's go back to the debut. All hail the Queen. He will not need Macho Man's album. No, because apparently you can find that at any Goodwill store on vinyl now. I've seen like 7 people post that they have found it out and about now. So Latifah, we said, wasn't the first woman to rap. We mentioned
No.
Luminary Icon, Shah Rock. We mentioned Light. We mentioned Salt and Pepper. But just take a look at the album cover for All Hail the
All
Queen.
hail the Queen.
I mean, the Queen is all dressed in black against an all white background, broken
Yep.
up only by a map of Africa.
Yeah.
She's
When
standing.
red, black, and green were the lettering for All Hail the Queen.
Yep. I mean, you know, she's not cowering.
No.
That's for sure.
New York
is
City
in-
Breakers were also in Beat Street, the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Yes.
Shout out to Powerful Pexter.
Yes. So, I mean, she was 19 years old when that record came out.
Yes, she was.
And then, it's just, this is a funny thing that they talk
It's
about.
got
in this
Wrath of My
article. It
Madness
says,
on it, which is my
no,
favorite song
no
of
small
hers.
thing for a 19-year-old as far as remembering the past and all that. They said, think about the Beasties who would mature and establish their own world conscious approach. But when they arrived,
When they're in their 30s.
they weren't worried about Angela Davis. They were more focused on getting their giant penis prop on stage and not huddling with the Dalai Lama.
Yes.
So she had this politically conscious thing, even if Chuck D and KRS-One, who she kind of emulated, were older. So none of this matters if All Hail the Queen sucks. Thankfully, it does not suck.
It does not.
That album smokes.
Yeah.
Tommy Boy Records signed her, offered up De La Soul, and Latifah got also got help from KRS-One. But for the most part, she does this on her own.
Yeah.
So
And then she had the Flavor Unit.
So she is going to be honored by the Kennedy Center. Again, I believe it airs on December 27th. There's a lot you can read about in this article. It's long. It tells basically
that's why we have show
history.
notes.
Go in, give this article a deep dive. It's really well written. The Washington Post has put it out. I love the fact that they put on the bottom of it, "Democracy dies in darkness." That's their new thing. And
Yes.
I hear that, and all I can think of is Queen Amidala. So this is how democracy dies.
Yes.
With thunderous applause.
Applause, yeah.
So we're going to go back to the land of cheap cologne and raccoons.
And whenever I smell cheap cologne and raccoons, I know I'm in New Jersey.
You Discover Music brings us our next article, which you have entitled Jersey Unplugged.
Yes.
MTV Unplugged to air New Jersey Hip Hop 50 special featuring the aforementioned Latifah.
Yes.
Friend of the show, Reggie Noble.
Yes.
And more.
Yes, the more is my favorite part. We always express how much we love watching Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
But Culture Freedom and Wise Intelligent are included in this Jersey tribute.
What about the apple pie?
I don't know. I don't know if he ever got it. He told him to come back with it.
Well, it's unplugged, so maybe the stove wasn't unplugged. I doubt it was baked.
Yeah.
You never know. Unless he has a gas stove.
Or if it was like a McDonald's one.
Oh, if that's the case. When was that record put out?
88?
It might be cool enough to eat now.
Yeah, might be.
Have you ever eaten one of those things?
Yes, not straight off of the when I
No,
got
they
it
are
or
molten
anything.
lava. I don't care what they say on the side. It is not apple compote or whatever. It's molten lava that they put in there.
Well, yes, that's what compote is.
Yes. Billboard exclusively reveals that MTV is set to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip hop with MTV Unplugged. Presents a hip hop 50th celebration of Jersey's finest on Throwback Thursday, December 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Friday, December 15th, BET will encore the special at 8 p.m. The show will receive another encore on VH1 on Tuesday, December 19th at the same time. The special features performances and appearances by hip-hop icons of New Jersey.
Yes.
Such as Queen Latifah, Wyclef Jean, and the Bullet in his Bubble Goose.
Yes.
Redman. The Queen also serves as an executive producer because, that's what she does. She does everything.
Yeah. Trigger Tretch is going to be there.
Hip Hop 50th celebration also includes, as you just said, Tretch, PRT, Heather B, and the Sugar Hill Gang with
Heather
more performances from Lady Luck and Lords of the Underground. Emmy winner Adam Blackstone will handle musical direction for the special, which is taped at the famed Newark Symphony Hall. Been a very exciting month for Queen Latifah, as she also, celebrated the Kennedy Center honors. The other people honored with Queen Latifah this year: Barry Gibb,
Barry effing Gibb,
Dionne Warwick, soprano Renee Fleming, and Billy fucking Crystal.
Yeah.
So there's also going to be
Queen motherfucking Latifah.
And Queen motherfucking Latifah. Missy Elliott's going to perform on that. President and First Lady Biden were both in attendance. The event featured host in 2017 honoree Gloria Estefan, as well as Michael Bublé, Dove Cameron, Ariana DeBose, Robert De Niro, Sheila E., Missy Elliott, Cynthia Erivo, who is ridiculously good,
Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg, Gladys Knight, Jay Leno, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Rita Moreno, Ego Nwodum,
She will do her Dion impression.
I'm sure she will, Rob Reiner, Meg Ryan, and Kerry Washington. She is the first female rapper to receive Kennedy Center honors.
Nice.
So
all hail the queen.
Rita Moreno and Kerry Washington will explain why during their tributes before a who's who of rap and hip hop icons, including Moni Love, MC Light, D Nice, Yo Yo, and Rhapsody, turn in a medley, including UNITY and Ladies First. So if you don't have plans to watch the whole thing, watch this part at least.
Ooh, ladies first.
So a big month. It's a good day to be the queen. You know,
Yeah.
Good month to be the queen. It's good to be the queen. With a B is our next article.
Yep.
Snoop, Uncle Snoop, who gave up smoke,
Yes, he's going smokeless.
going smokeless. Snoop reveals exactly how much money he made from 1 billion Spotify streams.
That's a lot of streams.
And I would assume it's probably around 350.
Yes.
Snoop's continuing to rail against the lack of transparency on streaming platforms, sharing what he made after racking up 1 billion Spotify streams. That's a billion with a B.
Indeed.
As in, that's like a shit ton.
Yeah.
And now this is frozen, and I don't know why.
You are.
There we go. Oh, and now it just disappeared. So let me reopen it. There we go. That wasn't a connection issue. That was a website issue. Billion Spotify streams. Death Row Records honcho questioned why music streaming services paid artists so little. He went viral following an off-script rant during a discussion about AI at the Milken Institute's global conference in Beverly Hills this past May. Snoop asked, "Can someone explain to me how you can get 1 billion streams and not get $1 million? That shit don't make sense to me. I don't know who I don't know who the fuck is running the streaming industry, if you in here or not, but you need to give us some information on how to fucking track this money down, because 1 + 1 ain't adding up to 2."
That's Vanilla Ice math.
Snoop continued expressing his frustration back then over artist payouts during a recent interview. He appeared on the Business Untitled podcast because Snoop is a smart man and will appear on anything.
Not on our show.
Conversation with his publisher about streaming payouts. You know what? I'd love to get him on.
Yeah.
He's a busy man, though. They just sent me some shit from Spotify where I got 1 billion streams. Snoop recalled. My publisher hit me. I said, break that down. How much money is that? That shit wasn't even $45,000. So let's not use Vanilla Ice math.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly pull in.
What is 1 billion divided by 45,000?
Divided by 45,000. And it comes out to 22,222. I don't know what the hell that. Let me see.
Do it the other way. Do 45,000 divided by 1 billion.
Divided by 1. That's 1 million. And that's 1 billion. That is 0.000045 cents per stream.
There you go.
So it is 45, 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, 45 millionths of a cent per stream.
Which is why we tell you when we bring up our artist of the month to put that shit on repeat and just let it roll all through the night. Even if you're sleeping, just turn the volume down. Any help we can give to offset the thievery.
So that's why he started putting music out as NFTs. He says that's where me and my son, he said, was winning with the NFT metaverses. We was giving people the opportunity to say, give me your music. We're going to take our split, but you get yours and you got your own wallet. And every time it sells, it shows you. So it ain't no secrets. Ain't no, you got to get 1 billion streams to get $45,000. Nah, you sell 100. And if you're selling it for 10, you do the math. There's a clip on here from his interview. And again, man, people want to sleep on the intelligence of Calvin Broadus. And
Yeah.
there's
He's
a
a
lot of
businessman.
people. There's a lot of people who've looked foolish by questioning the business acumen of
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Next article, like Puffy did Total.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love Total. HipHopDX.com brings us this.
Just so you know, we're about to go down a Piss Dookie rabbit hole in the next few articles. Everybody
Yeah.
sit back, grab yourself a drink.
Yeah, because it's going to get real weird. Because Piss Dookie,
Yeah, he's
He's a-
all up in the news again.
yeah, he sure is. A Rick Ross lyric from 2009, which, by the way, I believe he still has the opening for his plane.
Yes, probably.
From 2009 that many assume to be about Piss Dookie's business history has resurfaced recently, with many wondering if there was more to it than meets the eye. On the boss Rick
Transformer?
Ross's track, More Than Meets the Eye. On the track Magnificent, a John Legend collaboration that is about Ross's business success with lines like, I made a transition from the thieves to the biggest executive Def Jam's ever seen. At the very end of the song, the boss raps, the game never changed, money's still a focal, but it's time to rape the game like Puffy did Total. And I'm thinking to myself, I thought Total was a cereal.
It was, and then it was a band.
Given the context of the song, it was a line many thought was about an exploitive financial relationship between the R&B group and their label, Bad Boy Records, owned, of course, at the time by Piss Dookie.
Yes.
Total sang on some of the label's biggest songs, including the Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy. The group released albums with the label
Not
in
Oaktown
96.
357's Juicy.
No. In 1998. No, because that got you crazy.
It did.
That went, the group released albums that went platinum and gold in 96 and 98. Once sexual assault allegations sprang up against Piss Dookie, and they're coming up like weeds now.
Mhm.
First from former Bad Boy artist Cassie, and then from multiple other women. Some began wondering if Ross's lyric may have been about more than just shady contracts. With all this Piss Dookie stuff going on, I'm surprised nobody pulled up that Rick Ross bar from Magnificent when he said,
But wait, they did.
but it's time to rape the game like Puffy did Total, wrote one observer. Well, you just did, my friend. You have opened Pandora's box.
Yep.
And then Piss Dookie violated it. Poor Pandora. I need to know what Rick Ross meant when he said it's time to rape the game like Puffy did Total.
Do you
another
though?
Person.
Do you need to know what that meant?
I don't know. People who go on social media for that kind of shit, no, you'll be fine. You don't need to know.
You weren't there. It has nothing to do with you.
Ross and Diddy have been close for well over a decade, with the Miami rapper even lauding Puffy's business acumen in interviews. He says the experience and knowledge that Diddy possesses is priceless. The relationships that he's accumulated over the last 20 years is priceless for a young artist such as myself. We developed a mutual friendship. We just stayed in contact. I was calling him for advice anyway. He's doing it for free. What do you think about that, homie? Help me get this, homie. He was doing so many different things for me on that level. That's because you're a guy. This is not the only old lyric of Ross's to resurface following the Diddy accusation.
Yeah, this one gets a little. So one is, all right, Piss Dookie, haha, you did this. I put it out. This next one's a little self-incrimination, I guess is the term.
Ross's longtime adversary, Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, who we love to go to when shit needs to get stirred.
Yes.
Because he's got the biggest spoon in the industry when
He
it comes to
does.
stirring the shit.
It's a Bodor.
He has delighted in trolling Piss Dookie since the news about Cassie became public. Dragged Rick Ross into the conflict by rehashing some of his most controversial bars. He captioned, "What the fuck? At some point, you got to just do the right thing." 50 posted a screenshot of some of Ross's lyrics from the song UOENO. The lyric in question is, "Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it." Basically, he fucking roofied her.
That's a Bill Cosby line, I think.
That is a Bill Cosby line, and since it's this time of year coming up, that is very much close to a "baby, it's cold outside."
and a CeeLo Green line.
Drink? Huh?
And a CeeLo Green line.
Yes. So last month, everybody knows because we've talked about it, Pistuki was accused of drugging and sexually assaulting women all the way back to 1991.
He was a number.
So when the
Hey,
song
maybe
was first released,
did he maybe do that to Pablo Escobar?
well, there were bikinis laying all over the place.
There
He might have
were.
done it to some of Pablo Escobar's associates.
Yes, give him back hugs and
I think we need to ask Rob Van Winkle a few more
Mhm.
questions. So, but the song was released in 2013. Reebok dropped Rick Ross from an endorsement deal, which made Rick Ross apologize and say he didn't condone rape.
Okay, let me just touch on that real quick. Why is Rick Ross being associated with Reebok?
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
That's like me being endorsed by Speedo. There are some things that just don't go together.
That don't run in my family. I've seen
No.
your family. Nobody runs in your
Nobody
family.
runs.
So let's stay, as you said, on the Pistuki rabbit hole.
Yes.
As our friend DJ Khaled would say. Another one.
Another one. What's up, Jason?
Billboard magazine comes out with this and says Pistuki faces a new lawsuit
What?
claiming a gang rape of a teen back in 2003.
Yeah, this could be trouble.
The latest allegation against Pistuki claimed that he sex trafficked a 17-year-old high school junior before assaulting her in his studio. The fourth woman in 3 weeks is suing Pistuki over allegations of sexual assault. In a lawsuit filed Wednesday in New York in a federal court, an unnamed Jane Doe accuser claims she was sex trafficked and gang raped by Combs, former Bad Boy Records president Harve Pierre, and another man in 2003 when she was 17 years old. Ms. Doe has lived with memories of this fateful night for 20 years, during which time she has suffered extreme emotional distress that has impacted nearly every aspect of her life and personal relationships, writes her lawyers. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
Just weeks after Pistuki was hit with explosive allegations of rape by his former partner, Cassie,
Right.
who he settled for the entire amount of what he was being sued for.
And okay, now I wasn't at any of these places, so I don't know if he's done anything or not. But the minute he settled for the full amount, everyone comes out of the woodwork. Now, do you think, and I'm not victim blaming, but do you think any of these cases, people are going, look, if I say it, he's going to settle right away because that's what he did last time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and why wouldn't they? Why would they not see how the process has gone in
right?
the past
How things were handled. Yep.
And be like, look, apparently there's enough meat on the bone that charges were filed.
Right.
I mean, you can't just come in and say he raped me, and you're gonna have to prove something.
Right.
Well, I was
And
here.
I'm sure a lot of them can.
I'm sure. I mean, even back in 2003, there were phones with cameras on them.
Yeah.
They might not have been the smartest phones in the world, but you could still take pictures.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that there is evidence.
There's something. Yeah. Otherwise, this doesn't come out if there's not anything.
Right. So 2 other women after the Cassie settlement came out and sued him, saying they were sexually assaulted. Dookie has strongly denied all of the allegations.
Yes.
Another case was filed against Pierre and Bad Boy alleging sexual assault, of which Dookie was not named in. So, I don't know, man. There's smoke, there's fire, and the fish stinks from the head down. So,
yeah.
The complaint filed in court Wednesday. The accuser's lawyer's name is Douglas Wigdor, the same attorney who represented Cassie. So,
yep.
says the new allegations are in many ways even more egregious than the prior cases.
Egregious. That's a lawyer word.
Given the brave women who have come forward against Ms. Combs and Mr. Pierre in recent weeks, Ms. Doe is doing the same. Oh, they've been using egregious a lot since the Kadarius Toney offside call yesterday. In a public statement,
that he was offside.
The new allegations, he was very offside.
Yes.
Dookie's response was, "Enough is enough." Well, you should have thought of that.
Well, yeah, he said I've been trying to keep quiet and just let lawyers handle all this, but I can't keep my mouth shut anymore because shit keeps coming.
So the legal speak, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth.
Allegedly.
And if it takes too long, I'll just pay you $30 million.
Yeah. That's the
Pierre
thing. I
cannot-
figured he thought if he paid that one off, it would all go away.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Nope.
and what it did is start a firestorm.
Harv Pierre could not immediately be reached for comment. I believe his off-the-record comment was, "Oh shit, leave me the fuck alone."
Yeah.
The new lawsuit contains graphic allegations of sexual assault.
Yes.
She claims that she met Pierre at a Detroit club back in 2003, where she was just a junior in high school. He smoked crack cocaine and sexually assaulted Ms. Doe by forcing her to give him oral sex. She says she flew to New York on Combs' private jet to visit him in his Manhattan recording studio. While at the studio, the lawsuit claims that Combs, Pierre, and an unnamed third man plied Ms. Doe with drugs and alcohol until she was so inebriated that she could not possibly have consented to having sex with anyone, much less someone twice her age.
Think of that Shabba song.
While at
I'm
the
in
studio,
love with a girl nearly half my age.
Ms. Doe was gang raped by Mr. Combs, the third assailant, Mr. Pierre, in that order. The lawsuit claims the unnamed man raped Ms. Doe as she told him to stop, and that Pierre violently forced her to give him oral sex, during which Ms. Doe was choking and struggling to breathe. Speaking of, after the attack, the
Someone
lawsuit
forcing you
says-
to do something, Bill?
Yeah, COVID.
Okay.
After the attack, the lawsuit says the accuser could barely stand up and had to be helped to walk out of the building and back into a car. She was then flown back to
She
Michigan.
backed into a car.
She was helped back into a
Oh,
car.
I thought some Suge Knight stuff was happening there.
Defendants preyed on a vulnerable high school teenager. Where were the parents?
I'm going to say home.
More than likely. The depravity of these abhorrent acts has, not surprisingly, scarred our client for life. Well, I don't want to victim blame either.
Yeah.
But you can't leave the barn door open with the chickens in there and then complain when the wolf gets them.
Mm,
You know?
yep. Well, the chicken's one complaining. So.
Well, one of them is the one that survived. There's probably other ones who,
Yeah. Chicken head. Oh, no.
kind of why I use that analogy. So Wednesday's case was not filed under the New York's Adult Survivors Act. That's a law that temporarily suspends the statute of limitations for bringing such cases.
Mm-hmm.
That law expired on Thanksgiving. Instead, it was filed under the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Law, which is a New York City provision that created a similar look-back window, and that doesn't expire until 2025. So lawyers did their homework.
Yeah. Glad somebody did.
Not the girl. Starting fires all up in the video.
So, rape and sexual assault and ripping people off and killing your artist isn't everything that he's accused of now.
No, apparently. Let's throw arson into the mix.
Yeah, why not?
All hip hop brings us this. Piss Dookie jokes fly after Kimora Lee Simmons' house catches on fire.
Now, you may know that name.
Because
One, if you buy the Baby Fat brand.
yes.
Two, if you know who Blair Underwood's ex-wife is.
Take care, Jason. Enjoy the show on Thursday when you get the full deal. Anyone remotely paying attention to what we've been saying is likely aware Piss Dookie's in a lot of shit.
Yes.
She also claimed, aside from the physical and sexual abuse, and I don't think we touched this, Diddy had something to do with Kid Cudi's car blowing up in his driveway more than a decade ago.
Yes, I've heard that.
That's what she claims too.
Yes.
So when Kimora Lee Simmons revealed there'd been a fire at her Los Angeles home, people immediately were like, Diddy did it.
Did he do it? Did he did it?
Simmons was best friends with Piss Dookie's late ex, Kim Porter.
Mm-hmm.
She recently spoke up about the allegations against Dookie in a cryptic post that read, "As you sow, so shall you reap." In a 2004 interview, Simmons also claimed Piss Dookie once tried to hit her. She appears to have an arsenal of information on Dookie's private life, leading people to suspect that Dookie wants to keep her quiet.
By lighting things on fire.
That's some Andre Rison, Lisa Left Eye Lopez shit.
It is.
On Saturday, December 2nd, Simmons posted a video or a photo of the firefighters at her home with the caption, "My house caught fire. The kids and I are all fine. I cannot express enough my deepest gratitude to the numerous battalions, ladders, and units that attended to us for many hours and quite possibly saved our lives. Thank you." Well, you were typing the post, so quite possibly saved your lives is a misnomer because you were alive to do it.
Yes.
The comments immediately started rolling in. She was talking about Dookie and this happens. Dookie definitely had something to do with this. Whatever they say, he did that shit. The way I ran to the comments to make sure everyone was blaming Dookie. Where was Dookie at the time of said incident? Dookie hired someone to do it. He want y'all to stop talking.
Yeah. He can say, I was dancing all up in the video at the time. I had somebody do it.
In one incident described in a lawsuit, she alleges early in 2012 that Dookie grew so angry about her dating Kid Cudi that he said he would blow up his car. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. And Kid Cudi, through a spokesman, basically said, yeah, this is all true. The suit describes Dookie as a violent person who once asked Cassie Ventura to carry his gun in her purse. It also suggested that he dangled Ventura's friend over a 17th floor hotel balcony.
Jesse Ventura, was it Suge Knight who did it? And was it Vanilla Ice was the friend?
No, I don't think so.
It's a different story.
But yeah, I mean, that's some Scarface shit. He really lives his fucking gimmick, doesn't he?
So it would seem.
So Simmons actually hasn't addressed the comments connecting the fire to Dookie, but the internet is going to keep being the internet, of course.
You damn straight. That's what it's there for.
I mean, and hell, we just saw that in hockey where the guy on the Blackhawks was suspended and everybody immediately was like, oh, he banged his teammate's mom. And that went like fucking rampaging wildfire to the point where...
Is Zach Wilson playing hockey now?
No.
Oh.
No, it was Corey Perry. Apparently, Corey Perry of the Blackhawks had an inappropriate relationship with a Chicago Blackhawks staff member.
Oh.
But everybody said, nope. It was on the mom's trip, and he banged Connor Bedard's mom.
It's just like your mama.
And I have to pause this. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. But everybody came out and said, not only is it not true, the rumors are disgusting. Perry said it. The team said it. The kids said it. But everybody on fucking Twitter was like, nope, banged his mom. You know, because that's what fucking Twitter trolls do.
Well, yeah. I believe it's X trolls now.
No, it will never be X. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Elon Musk with a big black rubber dick.
Sure, why not?
And he doesn't own us.
Not gay Elon.
Shut us down. Oh, he may be gay Elon. Fuck that guy.
He may see now you want to fuck him. Now maybe you are gay, Bill.
Well, I'm Miss America. I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
That's what I have heard.
So Dookie is not Dookie's not making himself look any better.
He is not.
Last article. Don't start none, won't be none.
Yeah. Have you ever heard, aside from the lean body protein guy, about Busta being any kind of rap beef with anyone ever?
Never. And that's probably why everybody looks to have him on their records.
Yeah.
Because he gets along with everybody. And he gives praise to basically everybody. He says he's maintained his integrity and respect in the game by not hashing out disagreements on social media. It doesn't mean he doesn't have them.
Right.
And this comes to us from Revolt.tv. Busta credits sticking to an old school code of ethics for helping him avoid falling into the trap of public disputes with his industry peers. Don't start none, won't be none.
Yeah.
So I'm getting more flowers now than I've ever gotten in my career. You know, all these awards and accolades. This entire 23
accolades
has been magical for me, Busta recently said. And when he asked how he managed to remain all as well loved as he has throughout the years. He said that on one hand, it's due to being blessed, but on the other hand, he says you conduct yourself in a manner where you're a giver of love and respect, and I'm super consistent with that. Even if there's an issue, I'm address it with you. It's not getting on the record to talk to nobody on social media about something that I know I can reach out to you directly about, which allows us to maintain the integrity and the respect we got for each other, even if we ain't seeing eye to eye in any situation. So he actually will talk to people face to face and not over a fucking keyboard.
Or throw lean body protein at them.
Well, that wasn't an artist.
It was not.
So
Well, it may have been an artist. It just was not a hip hop artist.
right. The 12-time Grammy nominated hitmaker added that when there's no public disrespect, it thwarts any issues of having to rectify a fallout in the public. The way I was raised, he said, if you do have the opportunity to reach me, which I'm super accessible, unless you've given me an energy that makes me feel like you're not welcome in my space, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to find a way to get in touch with me. Buster recently was presented with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Awards, and he also blazed domestic and international stages with the final lap tour this summer with 50 Cent. He's going to headlong a month-long multi-city trek in support of his new project starting next March in San Francisco. And he doesn't look like he's aged at all.
No, his head's gotten bigger. He's got more muscles, but he doesn't look any different than the just another case of a PTA video.
So when it comes to beefing with Busta on social media, he doesn't want you typing. He wants you to put both your hands where his eyes can see.
That's right. Don't do it.
So, and I would love to get Busta on here one of these days too. If he's that accessible, then hopefully
that's what I hear. He's very accessible.
One of these days, he will come join us on Mr. Throwback Thursday and talk to us about some of the fantastic things that he has done in his career.
And we can ask him,
and we can ask him questions he's never been asked before.
that is always my goal when we have people on.
And that is it for Hip Hop Headlines. I have made it through the first part of the show.
You have.
We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to have a little bit of woo news, and then we're going to get into some music. Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 515. Where that at?
Jamaica, Queens.
Coming right back.
And who scored a touchdown for those New York Jets? Breece Hall.
Zach Wilson looked like a real deal yesterday.
Look, they said
he has no fucking pressure.
He is an interesting bad quarterback.
He really is.
No, his offensive line actually blocked for him this week because they said, please don't put Trevor Siemian back on the field.
So I am up against Put It In Friarmouth this week, who thankfully had Justin Herbert as his quarterback and got negative 1.16 points.
Okay, let me tell you about quarterbacks this week, since we're probably not going to get to football.
Yeah.
I made it a point to not start CJ Stroud this week because I know the Jets were going to shut him down. He put up negative 0.36.
Smart move. Who did you start?
The only other quarterback on my roster, which was Josh Dobbs, who put up negative 0.38.
Mm-hmm. I had two good quarterbacks this week. I had Josh Allen, who put up 20.52, but on the bench, I had Browning. I picked up Jake Browning a couple of weeks ago, and he put up 28 again.
Yeah, my two quarterbacks combined did not register a single point.
My two quarterbacks combined registered almost 49, a little over 49. And I got 30 points from Deebo Samuel yesterday.
Yeah, well, he's that guy.
He was yesterday.
And last week, I think he put up 3 touchdowns last week.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Deebo's the one who's kind of, and can out of nowhere, can I just give major props to David Njoku?
Well, he's got a quarterback now. Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco was unfucking believable.
Yeah. No.
He was projected to put up 7 points. I had him as my starting tight end. Put up 24.
My kicker was projected to put up 8.55. He put up 22.
Who was your kicker?
Brandon Aubrey.
Well, that's what happens when you kick a 60 and a 59.
Get that bonus.
The highest scoring person for Put It In Friarmouth who I'm up against this week,
Mhm.
was his defense. He had
Yeah,
the
that
New
happens.
Orleans defense. Got 21 points out of his defense. But
Yeah. I do need to say,
it's going to be a little late for me because I am still, in 10th place.
right.
So I believe I'm going to be 5-9 after this week. And that should probably keep me out of the playoffs, I would think. But it's not going to put me in last place.
I believe that's going to go to Becca this year.
Yeah. I don't know. Ian's close.
He is.
They were 3-10 and 3-9-1.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being a tie this year.
I didn't either. It must have been one of those weeks we didn't cover.
Yeah. Or a score adjustment during the week or
Yeah.
something. But
Who did he tie? Oh, Hugo.
he tied Hugo.
Yeah, no, I have if Greg loses, he is now projected to win. Because of Jordan Reed, I guess. But if Greg loses to Felicia this week, I'm going to have to dog him out publicly on air because Felicia had both of her running backs and a tight end on bye.
Yeah.
And she is currently up 86.42 to 80.74.
That's crazy.
But anyway, a gas station we passed. Yes, you should have named it Protect Kirk's Achilles, but no. Let's see, I need music. Open up your dough. What's up, Frank?
Ho, ho, ho. Open up your dough.
I'm Santa Claus, and guess what's up? How about
Every time you do that, all I can think of is combining the two and going, we're lambda, lambda, and omega mu.
you should not do that. Here.
And we're here on stage tonight.
Ho, ho, ho. Open up your door. I'm Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. I came to bring some
Christmas spirit. I got a big bag. Guess
Now,
what's in it? Something for the rich and something for the poor. Merry Christmas and ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, my foot. I'm going to tell you what Santa really put under my so-called tree, but in reality, it looked more like a decorated pole to me. How about we did this one? 'Cause I like this one. I haven't played it in a while, I don't think.
Friday, May 24th in Albany. An orchestral rendition of Dr. Dre's 2001 album.
Mm.
I might buy tickets for that.
You lie. You don't go anywhere.
Depends what night it is. I went up there for Tull.
Yes. Not for anything for the show, I mean.
What's a
You wouldn't go
Friday?
to Wappingers to see Large Professor.
It's a Friday night. Starts at 6 p.m.
Cranky said that's 4 days after his birthday.
Yeah, but you know what's really cool about that?
You know what? Today is 4 days before my birthday. So,
It's orchestral music, which I love, and it's
Yes.
hip hop, which means it's show related.
yes.
I should write to them. I should find the venue and say, hey,
You should.
I am a classic hip hop podcaster and would love to cover this event for our show.
For our show. That's how I got into the Yo MTV Raps show.
I still can't. Did you see this nonsense about the Otani deal?
Which part? The $700 million for 10
Or the
years?
680 deferred
Yeah.
because it's right in the collective bargaining agreement. There's no limit to
Yeah.
how much can be deferred. No
Yep.
percentage or dollar amount.
It's Master P out there riding around in a tank. No limit. Ho, ho, ho. Open up your dough. I think we might have to do a special Fresh Flicks and do our annual Beat Street Christmas showing.
Yeah. We might have to do that.
Because,
It's the greatest
as
Christmas
we all
movie.
know, Beat Street is a Christmas movie.
Wayne Gretzky, number 99 Canadian whiskey.
It's probably garbage.
The Dodgers are now aggressively pursuing Yoshinobu Yamamoto since they don't have to pay more than $2 million a year for.
Yes, John, that does make him a no-limit all-star. No, I have my mug here, Frank. My non-mug beverage. Let me see if I can pull it up on the screen. It is Holmes. Okay. But it is Holmes K. Barbados. Images. That one right there. Put it on the screen.
Hey, did you see the Rangers' new
Put it on
alternate
glass.
jerseys?
No.
They are navy blue with the full Rangers logo on them.
Really?
Yeah. They're wearing them 10 times this year. They wore them last night for the first time when Jonathan Quick beat the LA Kings.
Jonathan Quick. All right, here. Hold on, I have to put up for Frank. Show him what I'm drinking. You take his. Wow. That is what is in my glass tonight. Distilled in 2009, bottled in 2023, barrel proof, no additive, 14 years in ex-bourbon and ex-Bordeaux casks. It is a Holmes K single cask rum Barbados style. Like Grover Styley, but you can't have none. Actually, I ordered it from California because they don't have it around me, so you can go get some.
Mm-hmm.
UPS wouldn't deliver it to me, but FedEx did.
Fuck UPS.
Now you can make Frank mad. All right.
Well, if they wouldn't deliver it for you.
No, they don't like to deliver alcohol.
They don't. I know they don't.
FedEx will though. FedEx will deliver anything. They'll deliver, a plague rat as long as I wrap it right.
And we're not giving that away. Which, by the way, did you want to do that now or do you want to do that?
No. Much more time.
Okay. So everybody get your hashtag not Bill, and if you want something
right
from
here.
the hodgepodge of the prize box,
It
today.
could be anything. Like I was going through the prize box. I was like, man, I got all kinds of stuff in here. And I just don't do giveaways because I'm too cheap to pay ship stuff to you guys. Like I have, which this is gonna be for a big giveaway someday. Slick Rick, a children's story. It is actually a book. It is a children's book telling the story of the video of a children's story by Slick Rick.
Yep.
And it's got the
We talked about that when it came out.
yeah, I think that one's got a CD in it. The one I have is a record store day release and it has a 45 in it. Yes, not Bill, because he got the Roro.
I do. I got the vid.
Get the Roro. Na. All right.
So, all right, my friend.
Let's see what we can do here.
We got 3 pieces of woo to get through and then some music.
Yeah, lots of music.
Well, let's do it.
All right. And anybody who's out there who wants some Christmas music, go on to Spotify. There is a Mr. Throwback Thursday Christmas playlist out there.
And it's very good.
It is. It's got everything from Christmas Rapping by Curtis Blow to the Hanukkah song by Todd Shaw and Lil Jon and the Kool-Aid Man. We got a little bit of everything.
I wonder how the Giants are doing.
Would you like me to tell you?
Yeah, what the hell?
All right. It is 7-7 with 7:41 left to go in the second.
Okay, so they're not getting blown out yet.
Which is the same score in the Miami-Tennessee game with 4:38 left in the second.
Very good.
I expected that to be 100-0 by now. And why is Tua throwing to Braxton Berrios? Anyway. Nothing from the Sugar Hill Gang. I have some Sugar Hill Gang on vinyl. But that's a different story. All right. So I'm going to hit. Oh, I got to probably pull up the woo-woo. So I had that. Okay, here we go. We're going to come back in with a Shree. Woo's your mama?
I'm about ready to get hyped on it. All right, let's do this one smooth on the down. Give me the count. Let the reason go like this. One and drop it.
What it is, what it could be. It's your one and only master ceremony, the great one, Dana Jane. Right now, you're listening to my peoples, Jamie and Bill, on Mr. Throwback Thursday. This be the death beat.
What I would love to meet, and I'll check you later when my job's complete. Cause as for now, I am only around to make your party people just get on down. Cause the rhymes I write are fresh and right and guaranteed to be just your type.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's good, yo? This is good, yo. This is Ghost Staten Island, New York. And right about now, it's time for Woo News with Jamie and Bill. I know what it is. Get it correct, Mr. Throwback Thursdays. Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Woo News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza. Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Deck, you God, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, an old dirty bastard.
It's now time. News. Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Shimmy, y'all.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 515. The Plague Rat and his friend.
Yes.
Coming back with some Woo News. I'm struggling, man, but I'm going to get through it. We got 3 pieces of Woo News.
We'll get through this purple rain.
Shaolin Style. When in doubt, go with Shaolin Style for a Woo
yes.
News article. Project Shaolin. This comes to us from WCCFtech.com. Which
yes.
No, we've never used before.
Are you sure? Because you didn't have to, because you had to mute it, right? That's why it was new.
Yeah. Project Shaolin is a Wu-Tang Xbox exclusive. And the details have leaked. All 9 clan members are playable.
So you get to play as You God.
We're actually going to talk about him later on.
Strangely, yes.
So it's an action RPG. It's codenamed Project Shaolin. It originally leaked back in 2021.
It did, yes. And then nothing happened.
So a new report on Project Shaolin came out. Appropriately given the subject matter, Project Shaolin will feature fast-paced melee combat with a musical rhythm-based element. All
Just
9 Wu-Tang...
the rapper?
Yes. All 9 Wu-Tang members will be playable, although you won't be controlling them all the time. It seems you'll be able to summon them in order to unleash more powerful moves, etc.
In order, so You God is last.
The previous reports did mention being able to call on Wu gods.
Ooh. Not
Presentation-wise,
You
the game is said to have a bright anime-infused visual style, somewhat comparable to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Of course, the game will also have a large catalog of Wu-Tang songs to accompany the action. And there's also going to be a social hub where you can show off the cosmetics, listen to music, and socialize.
So socialize?
This, combined with the earlier reports of dungeons, co-op, and seasonal content, seems to back up the idea that this is kind of a hip-hop version of the game Destiny.
Wait a minute. There are dungeons? Are there 36 chambers in these dungeons?
There should be. If there's not, it's a complete miscarriage of justice.
It is.
It'll be very interesting to see how this game turns out. Kind of sounds fun.
Yeah, too bad I don't have an Xbox.
So, I mean, what was it? The early 2000s when hip-hop video games were big?
Yeah. I have for the PS1 Shaolin Style.
Vendetta, and
I've got Shaolin Style.
Mm-hmm. So we know Wu-Tang is for the children, but does it sound like Project Shaolin will be for you? So who knows?
Yeah.
We shall see. But
John's talking about the original. So the original PlayStation 1 was Shaolin Style.
Yeah.
And it came with a black and yellow
controller,
W-shaped controller.
Really, really difficult to maneuver.
Yes, but I can't find one anymore that's accessible in pricing.
Mm-hmm. Jizza leads, people follow.
I've heard that.
Hutton.
Yes.
Jizza live at Project House in Leeds, England. Wu-Tang Clan rappers to play the city's newest music venue. Here's how you can get tickets, because Wu-Tang is universal.
They are.
The spiritual head of the iconic Staten Island rap group is coming to Leeds for an intimate gig in 2024. It doesn't say exactly when. It just says, let's see. Let me go down a little bit more.
Next year.
Yeah, next year sometime.
But next year is like in 3 weeks.
Yeah. February 19th.
There you go.
February 15th. There it is. Jizza and the Funky Nomads will be playing Project House on Thursday, February 15th.
And I didn't know I needed.
What? Funky Nomads?
Jizza and the Funky Nomads.
And Funky is PH, by the way.
Well, of course it is.
Tickets for Jizza at Project House is now for sale via Dice. Predicted to sell fast. If Nipsey is out there and he's anywhere close to Leeds, he should check this out.
You mentioned Dice. Dice is where I had to get my tickets for Cool Keith.
Yes.
I didn't even know Dice was a thing. I mean, I've thrown dice, but I've never purchased tickets from Dice before the Cool Keith show.
Lately, I've been having to get tickets through like SeatGeek for.
Ooh, that's aftermarket stuff.
Well, no, for some of the Broadway shows exclusively go through them. Like when we got Moulin Rouge tickets, they're exclusively sold through SeatGeek.
Get you, ya, gaga.
So, but that was a couple years ago. So, Jizza will be performing songs off of Liquid Swords as well as a host of Wu-Tang classics, along with full live band, the Pafunky No Bands.
Yes.
So, if you're in that area, go check them out.
I believe the term is pahunky, like Brewster.
Or Pahunky Johnson.
Yes.
She doesn't have an H in her name.
She does not. She should.
Mortuary School.
Yes.
And this is where we get into
that was a tough one, wasn't it?
It was. RockTheBells.com brings us this. You God is asked about the influx of drugs in the 80s. He goes, this death cloud came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
You God was a recent guest on People's Party with Talib Kweli, where he discussed, is this your man's?
Yes, that's the whole conversation.
Where he discussed his early upbringing and aspirations before indulging in a life of crime. I tell this story all the time, although I didn't put it in my book. In the beginning, when we was kids, we were doing good. We were playing basketball, going to school, and we knew what we wanted to do, whether it was vocational school or whatever, not no illegal shit.
Right.
Then You God
Nobody
said
thinks they're going to grow up to be a drug dealer.
You God says a sudden influx of drugs became available that derailed the aspirations of many of his young and impoverished friends. He goes, this fucking death cloud came out of nowhere and poisoned the community. Next thing you know, I could walk outside my projects and make 20 racks in an hour. How do you not get caught up in that?
Not do that? Yeah.
As a poor kid. That temptation was too great, and it got the best of a lot of my brothers. You God revealed he actually wanted to get involved with the mortuary business. Crime wasn't in our dreams. I wanted to be an embalmer. I tell people that all the time. I was on my way. I was good with science, and the next thing you know, I'm running around with guns and getting into scraps in buildings. Later in the interview, he talked about growing up in Brownsville, home of Mike Tyson. He goes, if you grow up around fear, you either become the victim of it or the one who creates it. Mike stopped being the victim and became the one to inflict it.
Yeah.
That's what happens to kids who become killers. There's so much victimization that they just snap and become bloodthirsty maniacs. I've witnessed it. You God as a mortician.
Yeah. Who in high school says, you know what I want to do when I grow up? I want to embalm people.
Well,
I want to embalm atomically.
Very good. I mean, the Sweets, Ricky and Robbie took over their family.
Right, but that was a family business.
Yeah. Although I don't think Ricky has anything to do with it now. I think it's strictly Robbie.
Just Robbie, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm telling you, Sweet's Funeral Home is in our area is the best.
Staple.
Yeah, the best in the business. They really take good care of you. And unfortunately, I had to use them quite often for in a short period of time.
Yeah.
So, but
and Frank, if I could find that wobbly guitar sound, I would play it.
It was the beginning of the questions to the posse, I think, isn't it?
It might be, yes. Hold on, let me see if I can grab it.
I think it is
121. Hold on. 121. Edit.
The wobbly guitar. He's talking about the Fat Albert thing, right?
Yes, of course he is.
Yeah.
Let's see. I haven't played Questions of Posse in quite a while.
I think that's how it starts.
It may be. You may be correct, Miss America. Oh,
I know what I want. I do what I want.
Let's see. Killing time here.
Am I right?
Let us begin. What, where, why, or when.
MCs must get dissed before somebody says don't with Chris.
Wow. That's because it's from the illegal business.
Yep. Which is what we're talking about with
It
You
is.
God. So there you have it.
Controls
Nicely done,
America.
Frank. It does control. Ganja business controls America.
Yes.
You God, even though he wanted to be a mortician, still not a very good hip hop artist. But
No, better than us.
yes,
But
has
that doesn't
more
mean
albums
anything.
than us. But and ODB is still dead. That's not a story. That's just facts. Let's get into some music, my friend.
Yeah, I should probably look at the notes to know what I put down as one and done this week. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, one I'd never heard of.
That's good.
Our one and done came to us. It says 2021, but I believe it was originally 1994.
Yeah.
94, 95, somewhere around there. Some of the songs were released after that, but this is a collaboration, I guess. This is Monk with Da Funk.
Yes.
Hollywood's,
not a collaboration.
Hollywood's Anthology, Volume 1.
Yeah. I have 1995 as original release date.
That sounds about right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think you have
8,
one
9,
more than
10,
I
11.
do.
I have 12.
Yeah, I've got 11.
Okay. Well, I have an intro to start, so John will be happy.
Yes.
I have Monks in Your Trunk intro to start.
That sounds creepy.
Monks in your trunk. Monks in your trunk. The monks in your trunk.
The monks in your trunk.
Monks in your trunk.
I don't want him in my trunk.
Track number 2, Shadows. So,
Isn't
John,
that-
you can tell DJ introduction.
Isn't that in
that's a
Poughkeepsie?
legit intro. Yes, it is.
I'm gonna jump ahead for you.
Shadow. The shadow. Living life amongst rich residents. Off of their presidents. If it's not gravy related, anything else is irrelevant. Niggas be thinking this shit a game. They get around and get their cash swing for trying to live life in the fast.
It sounds like he's recording in a phone booth.
A little bit. Track number 3, I Blame My Neighborhood. There goes the
Who are the people in your neighborhood?
Yeah. Smoke with the funk. Yeah. Rest in peace to the deceased. You know what I'm saying? I blame my neighborhood. I blame my environment. Cause I witnessed so much drama as a youngin' to the squad introduced to me. My attitude was
Ooh.
up as a young buck.
Censored the marijuana
Track number 4, Exercise.
with
All
the
I
funk.
can hear is Gunnery Sergeant Hartman.
Smoke with
R.
the
Lee
funk.
Ermey.
Representing Ad Boys. Yeah. With that live shit. 9-5 this shit. Do or die this shit. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. I'm on point, so I tend to grip the mic. This monk can get fun with real tonight. From Philly, if you ain't recognize, little squad that's next to rise. Representing on this shit I call exercise. My mic jets might wreck when I flex down.
So we know he's out of Philly.
Yeah. Track number 5, I've been here, I'm staying.
Us too.
At least for another little bit.
I've been here, I'm staying. What think I'm playing? I've been down, I came up the hard way, I'm saying. I've been here, I'm staying. What think I'm playing? I've been down, I came
It's very distinctive voice there.
I was gonna say, does that not sound like a guru
It's
sample?
slightly monotone.
Maybe that's why I enjoyed this track more than any of the other ones, and that's probably why it's got more plays than anything on here.
Yeah.
Track number 6: Glamour, Fortune, and Fame.
Action, adventure. Jedi craves not these things.
My black queen stack cream, you know what I mean? Still chasing that money, honey. You know what I'm saying? This is the glamour, the fortune, and fame. The treasures, it's on whatever. Get the cash in abundance, wrapping rubber bands around, plenty stacks of hundreds. My whole squad's up the bar, living life like stars, floating in them flight.
Track number 7 is Life of Luxury, original 1995. I had something called Cute Loot that you do not have, so we'll go with Life.
Maybe they mashed them together.
Maybe. The Tribe Called Quest vibe to this.
Yeah, it does.
I'm trying to get plenty of money, honey. Trying to live this life of luxury with my family being comfortably. Many mansions, yachts, 40 acres and a mule. Fly cars and jeeps and doing outdoor swimming pools. It all started to grind on blocks, slinging rocks. Nowadays we running spots, making shit hot and whatnot. Formulating new blocks, smoking woo-wops on the rooftop.
Track number 8, Street Soldiers. It is a funky record. I'll say
It is.
Monk does bring the funk.
He does. And he's in your
Bro,
trunk.
this ain't a game, so won't look at it like a sport. You have
Sure,
it right.
that's cool.
We
Only
make
40 minutes and 50
I
minutes
got
long.
this when you ain't here. I represent that whole fort. Pay dues with major crews and I refuse to take short. Real niggas who major league and raw dicky fatigue. Murderous street villains who get cheese and blow like debris. You know my steez. I'm bound to
You know my steez.
Track number 9, Borough to Borough.
It's strange he's talking about boroughs if he's from Philly.
Doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense.
Borough to borough, this shit is the same. For the fortune and fame, niggas game the sling thing. Strange, cause niggas flip and go against the grain and get blown out the frame no matter what game they claim.
Maybe Philly's got boroughs. I've never heard of boroughs except
Maybe.
for in New York.
Not being from Philly, I wouldn't know. Track number 10, School Days.
Is this a Spike Lee joint?
Smoke with the funk, you know what I'm saying? Talking about that coolie high, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. Represent.
Since the days of paying dues, I lounge at the place where we dwell, representing the city, Philly, Lansing, and I live in hell, Cordell. The name chosen by my people, November 9th.
Last track on the record, On the Love.
What about love?
What's love got to do with it?
Overrated.
Depends who you ask.
Biochemically no different than eating large quantities of chocolate.
Ooh, the devil's advocate. Al
Movie, by the
Pacino.
way. He's an absentee landlord. Great movie.
These hating time straight up lost it, playing they stuff with this R&B cross.
You played yourself. So
That
having no prior knowledge of this album, what did you think of this album going in?
I didn't really have I had an open mind going in, just because I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, you get the
because
name
it's
Monk
an
with the Funk, and you're like,
because it's an anthology, and I saw that there wasn't anything after this. I was like,
yeah.
It's probably a reason why it's a one and done, but it wasn't terrible. It was funky.
It was.
It had a little bit of a like I said, a little Quest, a little maybe Diggable Planets vibe on a couple of the things. That the one
Had a
song
nickel
that
bag
had
of funk going on.
the one song had the Guru
Yes.
ripped through it, and of course you could see that by the number of plays on the Spotify list. But it was good. There's no charting action or anything for it, but it was not.
It was better than Columbia.
It was. It was better than okay.
Yeah.
And it was a welcome surprise. This I have expectations for, and to be honest with you, I've already listened to it. So because
yes,
you know,
I own this on
out,
vinyl, so I got 2 bonus tracks.
Okay. Did you import them?
I did not. Okay. Not from vinyl, no.
Okay.
If I have it on CD, I'll import things, but
I gotcha. Your record of the week for episode 515 is just came out earlier this month.
Yeah, I think the official release was December 1st.
Right.
But I picked it up on Black Friday.
This is Zartificial Intelligence by Czarface.
And if you've ever listened to our show, you should know that Czarface is a favorite.
Yes. 12 tracks on this record.
And this will be their last release.
As an independent.
Yeah.
Before they go
on
label.
Silver Age Records.
Yep. So
so you can say you heard them before they blew up. After they did like 38 records.
And I think we played this. Zarkamedes.
We were going to play it.
Oh, we were going to play it, and then something happened.
Yeah, we had the KRS-One.
That's right.
Older Than New that bumped
KRS-One. That's right.
And then since we're doing the whole album, there was no need to do the Older Than New.
Absolutely. So track 1, Zarkamedes Death Ray.
I don't think nobody better than me. I don't think no one person can stop me. And I never get tired of playing.
I'm thankful my family got food on the plate. How I'm selling them the smoke like I'm moving an 8. I'm the great, you a cruiserweight, proving a fake. No mistake, they ain't tricky, but they used to the face. That's your highness, INS, journalist extraordinaire. He over there in them $1,000
I'm going to tell you right off the jump, if there's any song that has Inspector Deck on it, he should kick off that song.
Mm-hmm.
It is a proven formula.
Track number 2, Blast Off.
When I 1-2, brother is cash.
Hands up for the jam, I Shazam and plan on revisiting, but I'm with the kids again. And when they in bed, I'm working on my shit again. Dripping gems, paying bills, paying dues, paying dividends. All the years, seeing life through a different lens. Sick of trends, fishing for streams, and going any way the river bends. Who's your man that you shoot or right? It depends. Pick a downtown, time to run.
I say that, and then SO starts the next one.
Track number 3, All That for a Drop of Blood.
Yo, I remember when I didn't have $1. Young, black, and hungry, just living with my mama. Eyes out for one time, sliding on the collar. Old photographs, how I got to know my father. Always on the come up, that's just how I came up. Kobe in his prime, how I swore to like the game up. Money on my mind, so I swore to never change up. Lost many lives, we just trying to get our name up. We stay up.
Track number 4, featuring Nems, You Know My Style.
This one we've played.
This one we played.
Yeah, you know my style, so we in here. Yeah, you know my style, so we in here. Yeah, you know my style, so we in here.
This has that comic book feel to it.
Yes.
I'm hitting like David Banner, swinging Thor hammer. She like I'm rich, I jump out the Bama, still bagger, still savage, silk fabric, young Shaq with the magic, illmatic, peel your cabbage, turn the story real tragic. On my M. Night Shyamalan, legend of the Octagon, I lock on, now they can't eat like it's Ramadan. Been through the fire with Shaka Khan, I wrote this on a hot block with men down, pinned down, and choppers drawn. Dude suck, who what, you do what, how I'm cooking on the go, I can sell it.
This is the one where he says, I'll leave you hanging like Steph Curry's mouth guard.
Yep. Track number 5, Mama's Basement.
I got to get him. My mama went away on a lifelong trip.
I love
never
this
saw
song.
her much, and that hurts a little bit. But I found a world I could break through, escape to. Even when you're feeling like the whole planet hates you.
Peter Parker, that's a character I could relate to. Even had his mask and underoos when I was age 2. I remember buying comic books off the spinner rack. Dorchester, Mass, I would read them in a minute flat. Lent it to a friend and now they didn't want to give them back. But I needed something to read before I hit the set. Building my imagination, making me a wiser kid. How else would I know what the ultimate nullifier is? How else would I know about mental telepathy?
This chorus is, I left my comics in my mama's basement.
Well, I left my wallet in El Segundo.
Indeed.
Track number 6, featuring Frankie Pulitzer, Frenzy in a Far Off World.
People saying, Frankie, man, who you think of that? Do the knowledge to bad, put on your thinking cap. Think back, textbook, still in the shrink rap. Genuflect to my style, this is how a king rap. Action pack back at it. Tap your side, ignore with the words, this ain't a bad habit. I'm actually disturbed, meaning my elevator doesn't reach the penthouse. I got no time for you, my patience been out.
My elevator doesn't reach the penthouse.
Track number 7, or if you have the vinyl, track number B1 on the second side. Arsenic.
It was all good just a week ago. Yo, I got that gluten free. The present sorcery. Hey, yo, one part of my brain is focused on meeting Yoda. The other part's focused on meeting me and Malkova. No, sir. Your feet felt the heat because the street melts. When I speak of beats, I leave wells. If I need help, I go down swinging like Steve Jeltz. Yeah, cross my heart like seatbelts. They call me the Grandmaster. Scatter your man's ashes, shatter your land masses. For complicated patterns and styles like damn flashes. That can't be your best tune. Rapping like that, you'll be dead soon. Victories are flawless.
Track number 8, featuring Logic, Gatecrasher.
I appreciate y'all giving me my $20,000 feature fee. This is Doc D, the one and only. I stay with the pen like I'm Spicoli. Stay high so they think
Stay
I'm
with the
lonely.
pen like I'm
Sharing
Spicoli.
lefty and I'm feeling lonely.
Doc, shut the fuck up. Logic here to tell you, wrap it up like a Chappelle skit. Made it out, but Doc stayed underground.
Shut the
like
fuck up, Logic, you broke
I'd
bitch.
rather
Esoteric, INS is 7 already to rock. Only fucking with the album because you want to be relevant. You far from Bruce Willis.
They going back and forth. I like it.
Yeah.
Track number 9, Sirens.
Salute. Real world. Back once again. Real time. Hey, yo, I sleep with the sirens and wake up the thugs crying. So now I'm numb to the violence, but wise to the subplot. Love, hate, and whatnot. Asked about the party, it was fun till the gun pop. Shame, no, guess that's how the game go. Play it right, claiming king is right. Giving permission to take your life. Third eye wide, my head on swivel. Watch your homies, not only the devil.
Track number 10, featuring Godfather Don and Cool Keith.
Yes.
Helicopter.
Hey, man, we live at the barbecue, man. Let's get it.
GFD, the itty bitty witty killer. Titty spiller, when I build, I make the city realer. Facilitate incendiary sedity filler. That still eradicate brain matter, insane data. That'll shatter any chatter when the name matter. The Mad Hatter, master the mystic arts. I make sparks for sharks that ain't rappers. My propane splatter be the hash or the splash. The daiquiri, the catalyst cracking the anatomy.
Track number 11, Marvel at That, subtitled Road Trip.
I have that as 12.
Oh, what do you have as 11?
111 Chelsea.
I don't have that at all.
All right, well, we're going to do that one.
So we're going to do 111 Chelsea as 11, which would
Yes.
make sense because it's got 11 in it.
It does. John wants an invitation to the barbecue.
I would like to go to the barbecue.
There you go.
Now, do you have Marvel at That?
I do. And this is a cool, you see how it's subtitled Road Trip?
Yeah.
Okay. What this is a game that SO used to play with his kid when they were on road trips.
Okay.
And it's kind of like an alphabet game. No 40 cap.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see how it goes. This is years ago, and he recorded it so he could throw it into this song. So his son is older now, but this is him
When he was
younger.
younger.
Kind of like Alex
Cool.
on Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics.
Nice.
So, yes. So we have Marvel at That, subtitled Road Trip.
A's for Avengers and Ant-Man 2. A little guy that comes up big like you. B is for Betty Brant and Bruce Banner. Black Widow, Beast and Black Panther. C is for Cap, that's the Captain America. Now what he say? I can do this all day. D is for your favorite guy, Drax. You can't forget Daredevil, real name Matt. D is for Deadpool, and I kind of assume that you know the illest D, that's Dr. Doom. Yeah, Electro and Ego, so there. But don't go on an ego trip, that's a trip to nowhere.
See, that's just cool.
Yeah.
Last track on the record, Together.
I got another one before that.
Oh, I don't have another one before that.
Also featuring Cool Keith.
Oh.
Live from Zarnaghi Hall.
Oh, even better.
Yes.
Starface. Love.
It's then he found out that the gator ate his arm.
Atomic flow make you tuck your ass and tiptoe. Put them on the wooden seats in bench mode. 800-pound dead weight, I can bench pro. Trace around your stanzas, erase with the #1 pencil. Defecate all on the credentials. Can't be a 98-pound weakling on the beach over these instrumentals. I drive around covered in NBA Spaldings with chemicals. Now you can't bounce it or more ounce it. See me break, record me by spectator.
And now you have Together.
I do. All in together now.
Now, back.
Practice, John.
Czarface. You're staying, not the play. You can't steal a moment, man of the hour. Like 100 horses, you can feel the power. Say you make it rain, but I bring sun showers. Known to pop it off, you can smell gunpowder. Pay-per-view the broadcast live from the conflict. You can hear a rapper now.
Yeah, ex-convict.
That, my friends, is Czarface with Zartificial Intelligence, your
It is.
record of the week for episode 515. And once again, no charting action as of yet because the record's only been out
It
for a
just
couple
came
of
out.
weeks, but it is already in my library. So that's really
As
all
it
you
should
need to
be.
know. Before we take our final break, we want to remind you the artist of the month for December is AZ. AZ, who put out the new record that we debuted.
Yes.
Really, really good response on that record too, by the way. That record was slamming. So
Yes.
go check out some of the other stuff AZ's got in the crates during the course of the month. And we're going to take our final break of the evening. When we come back, I will read some lyrics. We may have time for a foosball update. We may not. Who knows? But the only way to find out is if you come back to the Bristol Hotel, episode 515 on Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Yay, yay. All right, last chance to get your hashtag not Bill. Because we're going to draw during this break. How about Tennessee being up by 3 at the half?
On Miami?
Yeah. Green Bay is also up by 3 on the Giants. Which is not as bad as I expected it to be. No one else? No more entries? All right. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit the draw button. And see if we can get you a winner. And the winner is Sarah Henderson. Mike Thomas getting in right at the last minute. I saw his name pop up there. I'm like, who is Mike Thomas and why have I not seen his name?
But he
and then there
right
he was,
in
last second entry, almost made it. So Sarah, and I'm kind of glad it was Sarah who won because I already owe Sarah some Darley Makes Cookies.
Yes. So now you can just add whatever
I can
it is.
add it to the, and I owe John a hockey book.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna have like a 30-pound package going to them by the time this is over.
Mm-hmm. It might be cheaper for you to just drive it to them.
Yeah, right.
Just drive it. Why does your breath smell like birdseed? That's the vid, yo.
Yes. All right, let's move this.
No,
out of
my
the way.
breath smells like tea and honey and sugar and Jack Daniels because that's the hot toddy that I made.
I would tell you the shirt you're wearing is one of my favorite ones in the shop.
I got a deaf posse. You got a bunch.
Got a bunch of dudes.
You broke cold crying about the rock man blues.
Yes. It's one of the first ones I created. Like other ones I call on pumice a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the first ones I created all by myself. I took the TBT posse part.
Yep. Very nice.
Yes. It is not as cool as the 3B shirt, but I did not do that one. Pumice did that one. It was my idea. It was his execution.
And it was Cool Kim's vision.
Yeah, it was.
Billy Booty Hole Brown.
Yeah. I mean, how do you not lean into that one? You know, that's a strange thing to be called, but the dude who called you, it was a really cool dude, and okay, that's what it is now.
Yep, I was okay with it. So,
yep. All right, let's see if I can pull up.
That's why the Dolphins are down. Tyreek Hill is out.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's wonderful since I have him to score a touchdown in this game. That's one of my bets.
Knicks are up by 10 on Toronto. That's good.
With no Mitchell Robinson.
No, not for 6 weeks at least.
Yes, surgery. All righty then.
Oh, for God's sake.
Huh? Who fleck what?
I can never get into the frickin' Yahoo account anymore.
How do you not have this set up?
Because every time
Damn, Jessica, you showed up late. You could have been in. You could have won. Did you get your Christmas card, Jessica? That is my question. You should just change your username on there to be Billy Booty Hole Brown. And it's nice to see Jessica Walker. She's not been around in a while.
No, she hasn't. So nice to see you.
Billy Booty Hole Brown.
There's just something really strange about that whole thing.
It's kind of awesome, though.
It's kind of awesome.
It is strange. It is, but was not Gay Bill any less strange?
No, it is.
No, it was not.
Strange as it could be.
And since this is the patron version and we are on a break, I want to shout out Kate Harvey for sending us a thank you card. It was greatly appreciated.
That was very nice.
It was.
There.
Those of you who don't know Kate Harvey, she did an awesome article on me and the show for UHHM donor profile, which is now THHM. Sorry.
It was all about a leaked video that Bill may or may not have watched.
Yes.
No, there is no may or may not have.
It was definitely did.
No.
That's what Kim said.
And you co-signed it.
I did. That's what I hear.
And it was wrong too.
Me as a reverend co-signed it. Does that mean Deacon Batista in this case?
Yeah, okay.
If I am the reverend.
And you are the walrus, maybe.
Maybe.
All right, Mang.
Yes. Let me get lyrics ready. There's that there. I'm gonna come in with this drop, and we'll see where we go from there.
Sounds good.
All right, let's do this with a tree. Who's your mama?
Yo, VIP. Let's kick it.
Hey, this is the Iceman, kicking like Jackie Chan. It's time to take a stand, even though I'm contraband. I ramsack the track, man, I'm quicker than a pimp slap. And I'm chilling with my man, Mr. Throwback. Holla back.
Daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. off the lights, and I glow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a
But it starts with Bill.
Preston. It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Bottom, left to right. Words together is a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headaches. Fight off for any cramps.
Most people don't listen to but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 515. Where that at? Jamaica Queen.
Indeed.
It is indeed time for Bill Reed's Lyrics. And we might just as well get to it because I am
running on empty.
I'm getting close, but I've made it this far.
You have.
I think I've got enough of a reserve in the tank. I thought I was going to lose it about halfway through, but took another big swig of my tea with the whiskey in it, and it has gotten me through. So
you know what,
bitch, I miss America. I do what I want to do.
Damn straight you do.
I've been called worse. So
you have. You've actually been called
Billy Booty Hole Brown.
Only one of those is on a t-shirt, though.
This is true.
Until you get real creative and find some way to Photoshop me with a fucking sash and a crown.
Oh, all I got to do is turn pumice loose.
You're going to send him that fucking picture of me from the Billy Booty Hole Brown and say, put a crown and a sash on him and make him say, I'm Miss America, bitch. I do what I want to do.
That's right.
That's funny.
All right.
I'm not Gay Bill. And that is once again from our friends in Disturbed.
From Disturbed.
Which kind of keeps disappearing, but you can see it.
Yes.
So, all right.
I'm gonna send this over to you in a private shizat.
Oh goodness, because we haven't had them in a while.
We haven't. It's been a while.
The intro. John and Ho.
Yes. Very generic names.
Where am I going?
You're going to go to verse 3 because 3
is the
magic number.
De La Soul Posse consists of 3, and that's the magic number.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. So with no type of ado,
none.
Sesame Street Grover style, whether nearer or further, we will cue the motherfucking piano.
Strip show is in effect. So I want the face down in the butt tuck. Tongues going up. What? Suckers like to suck. Suck a hoe by even up your mouth so that when a hoe, I fucking out a proper spot to get a proper shot. Shit down your throat with a creamy bowl of cum. And down your mouth, drip, drip, dripping down your face. Run. Running to the floor. When a booty's jump macking 6'4", got the players and the max screaming, we want more. More what? HWA. So I bought a whole click. The Jigga-Hoes with attitude in the heaps. Butt naked stripper right down to the bare ass. All y'all ripped through your drawers, tearing up your pants. Even the pilots ride in the cockpits. Flying by way of flight, HWA. Make them buckle at the knees. Get a smack. Stay back. Just relax. Best believe that I'm all that. There's not a single line of that made any sense to me at all. That might have been the most disgusting word salad I've ever just spit out. That had no
because HWA is big chart toppers. They're big. They're known for their lyrical skills.
I look for the intellectual lyrics from HWA.
Yes.
You know that.
You should know by now. You go to BWP for stuff like that.
Yeah, if I can't get Q-Tip to educate me, I want John and Ho.
She's a hoe.
Faux
show.
And yeah, by the way,
yes.
Are we doing foosball? Because playoffs do start tomorrow.
Really?
They do.
All right. Did you say
Foosball.
Hello, you play to win the game.
Playoffs? Talk about playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Playoffs?
It is playoffs starting this week, starting December 12th through December 18th. Today is the 11th as we record.
Mhm.
So after the Monday night games, the regular season is over.
Wow.
So I will not be making the playoffs, I'm sure.
It doesn't look good.
No, it's impossible, actually. This
I was being polite.
This week's matchups: Born to Khalil Mack, 4-9, 10th place overall, going up against Put It In Friarmouth at 6-1, 8th place overall.
Yes.
And
10 versus 8. 10 looking like they're going to win.
10 looking like they're going to win. And that will bring me up to 5-9 unless somehow Raheem Mostert loses 20 points and Nick Folk gains 20 points.
Don't see that as a thing.
I don't see that happening either. So it looks like I am going to beat Hugo this week. Hugo's going to drop to 6-7-1, and I'm going to go to 5-9. That more than likely will not be enough to get me into the playoffs. Matchup number 2, the Brees Hall Hotel.
Room 515.
8-5. Sneaking into third place out of nowhere all of a sudden.
Who has fought and clawed from 11th?
Going up against his son, the Ahmad Sauce Committee Part 2. Ian at 3-9-1, 11th place coming in. And this one was a good old-fashioned spanking.
Yes.
You are up 117-71. He is not going to get 40 points out of what he's got left, especially since Tyreek Hill is questionable for the rest of the game.
He is.
So congratulations on your win. And we will go over where you will stand in the playoff picture once we get to the end. Arrested Belichick, 7-6 in 6th place. That's Dr.
He was
Tim.
supposed to be undefeated. What are we talking about?
Undefeated, yes. Going up against another 7-6 team, 5th overall, Manny, revenge on Lazard City. Close game. Projections going to right now.
Go to Dr. Tim.
Projections going to Dr. Tim, but Manny's winning right now.
Right.
So this one's a toss-up.
That's because Jordan Love has 1.64 points.
Yeah. Against the Giants.
Yeah.
The Giants defense has been pretty good.
So Dr. Tim's got Jordan Love, but he's also got Saquon on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So one may offset the other.
Yeah.
For enough points.
Saquon's got a rushing touchdown, but he's only got 28 total yards. So
yeah. And Manny's got Derrick Henry.
So that one could go either way.
It could.
We're going to let that one go, and we'll see if either of those teams end up in the playoffs. Belichick yourself in 12th place. That's Becca. She's had a rough year, but, she's still our good friend.
Yes. But she's looking like you're going to be sending her the trophy after you write Felicia's name on the back.
Because I don't think she paid any attention to her lineup or anything. She hasn't for the last few weeks.
Yeah. She just wanted a trophy. That's what it is.
I guess it is. 3-10, 12th place, going up against John, Protect Kirk's Neck. At 5-8 in 9th place, John is going to go to 6-8. Becca's going to drop to 3-11. So she will take the Felicia trophy.
Yes, because if
by
Ian
half a
loses
game,
as
because
is, it'll be 3-10-1.
Right. So it's going to go to Becca. So Becca will be the Felicia winner for this year.
Yes, so you will have to write in Felicia's name
Mm-hmm.
for last year.
Right. Which
and
I got to
then
look
actually
up.
Send it out this time
Yes.
To Becca,
I have to look
somebody
up.
else has it.
Is there a way for me to look up last year's team names and stuff?
Felicia's is the same.
Yeah, Young and Entertaining.
Yeah, she hasn't changed in a few years.
No, she hasn't. MC Aiden featuring DMW, second in the league, 9-4, going up against Gangrene Hoodie with the Woody, who is our first place team. That's Coach Ron EJ. He's at 10-3 coming into the week, and it looks as if he is going to go to 11-3 and
it does look that
number one seed.
And how is it that both of their kickers, as of right now, have 0 points?
That's really weird.
Made a field goal from 40 to 49, missed a point after try.
Well, there you go.
Made a PAT, missed a PAT.
Yep, there you go. So Ron's going to win that. He's going to clinch first place overall. Congratulations to Ron. He is the Chief Rocka for this year.
He is.
Cool Chief Rocka, number one Chief Rocka. You Kelsey, what I Kelsey. Greg, 7-6 in 7th place. And he is up against Felicia, Young and Entertaining, who is in 4th place going in at 8-5.
And does not have a running back, either running back or a tight end in her lineup, and still
is competitive. But it looks like, according to the projections, Greg should win according to projections. Now, it really depends what Jalen Waddle does, and it really depends what Jaden Reed does, but he only has to get another couple of points.
Yeah, I think Sanket ends up staying in 2nd place because if I win and he lose, we have the same record.
Yeah.
We have the same record in the division, but he has more points.
That might be the third tiebreaker.
So that could be the tiebreaker. I don't know. It could be head-to-head. I don't know.
Right now.
Yes.
As it stands right now. Now, this could change based off of what the finals are. Your quarterfinal matchups. The bye week goes to Gangrene Hoodie with the Woody. He gets a bye, as well as MC Aiden featuring DMW. Your quarterfinal matchups are going to be Revenge on Lazard City going up against Young and Entertaining. The other quarterfinal matchup will be Dr. Tim, Arrested to Belichick, going up against you, sir, the Brees Hall Hotel.
Room 515.
Now, that may change again based off of the results of a couple of these games tonight, but I think this is pretty much going to be set in stone.
Yeah, it does look like, because even if Felicia loses, she'll be 8-6, and Dr. Tim
would be 8-6
if he wins. Right. So
it's
nothing
possible
would
they may
change.
flip flop. You may end up facing Felicia instead.
Right.
But congratulations, sir. At least one of the hosts is in the playoffs.
Yes. Playoffs.
And, playoffs. So, and congratulations to Ron for being the Chief Rocka.
Yes, yes.
And congratulations to Becca for being the Felicia.
Where is my Chief Rocka trophy?
I'm sure it's around there
Oh,
somewhere.
it's right here. I was wondering. I knew it was here.
The one Chief Rocka, number one Chief Rocka.
Yes.
There you go.
The champions in order, make them say ow, and then make them say ow. Hugo back to back. Then Ronnie with Jock and Mike D. Ian with Protect Yannick. And then last year, I was the champion, which is why I have it, with CJ Uzoma God Danger. Those are your reigning champions. No, Taco doesn't have one.
No, he doesn't. So I will have to add Felicia's name and then Becca's name and mail it out to her.
Well, Becca can write her own, but you have to write Felicia's because you never sent it to her.
Yeah.
Slack bastard.
I couldn't find it for the longest
Fucking
time.
Plague rat.
It probably was in the
It
same
was
place
supposed
as
to be
this.
properly displayed at all times.
Yeah, and then I got the new green
Yeah,
screen, and
and
then I
put it up
got
on the
the
screen.
wooden thing that Wyatt and Michaela made me, and
Yep.
Just all sorts of weird stuff. And then I had to put up my video screen so I could watch the video of Sexy Red and her brown booty hole, apparently. So
Billy Booty Hole Brown.
had to get that in there.
Well, of course.
So that is your foosball update. Congratulations to those who succeeded.
For those
and
about to rock, we
better
salute you.
luck next time for those who didn't succeed. And next year, how many seasons will it be next year?
I don't
How many
even
years
know.
have we done this?
So this has been in existence.
This will be the
for
fourth year of these?
6 years.
6 years.
For this. And we were playing before that.
Yeah, I think we did it a couple years before that.
So I would say this is probably if we've been doing the show
10 years on the show.
10, so probably 9 years we've been doing the league.
Wow. It's pretty impressive.
It is.
And I've never won it.
You have not.
Which is
You were in
weird.
the finals.
I was in the final. And then I got fucking nuts cut from under me.
Well, you were in the finals and somebody died on the field and they threw the game away and we didn't know how the outcome was going to be. And they said, there is no outcome. They're not playing the game. So there we go. But we each had a quarterback and a wide receiver, didn't we?
Yes, because it was me versus you.
Yeah.
I got DeMar Hamlin.
Yes, you did.
So, yeah, I forget who I had. I
think you had Allen and I think I had Burrow.
I think I had Allen and I think I had Diggs.
You may have.
So,
and I would have had Burrow and Chase.
Yep. So, all right, man.
Yeah. So if you would be so kind,
I'm just going to put my hat back on.
You should do that because Bill was not wearing one, but Phil will.
Because Bill was overheating. Bill survived. Bill made it through. So now Phil can take us home.
Bill is Miss America and he does what the fuck he wants. So if Phil would please take us the fuck home, I can let you get out of here.
Mr. Throwback Thursday, number 515, was brought to you by the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. DeathWishCoffee.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm not calling it X. Fuck that.
Yeah, the URL is still twitter.com, so I don't care what you want to call it.
That's right. All at Death Wish Coffee, the world's strongest coffee. Go to deathwishcoffee.com, place your first order with them, and use the code TBT to save 12% off of that order and enjoy the strongest coffee on the face of God's green earth.
If that doesn't work, try Throwback. That's an old one.
Still works. That still works. I've used it. Def Rugs, defrugs.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Def Rugs. Handmade, high-quality hip-hop themed rugs brought to you by our good friend, the original Rug E Fresh, Marshall Fox, and his business associate, the Green-Eyed Bandit, Eric Sermon. Go check out Def Rugs and order yourself a Def Rug. Bittersweet Candy Company up in Schenectady, New York. Heather Lent up in Schenectady on J Street makes candy and chocolate that is handmade, small batch, different, and
delicious. And on its way to my house.
And well, of course it is. Bittersweetcandy.com. Everybody should be ordering bittersweet candy
Yes, they should.
For this holiday. Show Heather some love and use the code throwback and save 10% off your order. And then, take that 10% and donate it to whatever charity you want.
Or just buy more.
Or just buy more. You could do that too, because that stuff is delicious.
It is. Or you can buy a Billy Booty Hole Brown shirt from MrThrowbackThursday.com.
I was going to say, tell me she's got a Billy Booty Hole Brown candy all set up. I would turn my microphone off forever.
Yes.
Melted Mics, MLTDMICS.com, meltedmics.com. Hip-hop themed t-shirts from the one and only Pumice T. Mendola. You can get such things as Crumbs.
Yes.
And Dwick. And
the Fife.
And the Fife, which I have to get a new one. Mine has finally, made its way through the wash too many times.
Yeah. That's what happened to my TBT 800 one.
Yeah. So go check out meltedmics.com. Use our code MR Throwback Thursday. Save 10% off your order there. Etsy.com/shop/geek like you, where the geek shall inherit the earth. Hip hop and pop culture themed items from the sick, twisted mind of Mr. Throwback Thursday and his sick, twisted wife, Mrs. Throwback Thursday. Probably a little too late to get Christmas in, but
people are still ordering.
So
I'm still shipping. I can't guarantee it'll be there for Christmas, but I'll do my best to get it out.
He's doing his best. That's all you can ask for him. That's Etsy.com/shop/geek like you, where the geek shall inherit the earth.
Yes.
Social media network for the show. Don't forget to visit us at MrThrowbackThursday.com, where you can check out the show notes for every episode we run. You can leave us a voice message. Click that little microphone that says hit us up. And leave us a voice message. Follow us on Twitter at @the_MR_TBT and Bill_MR_TBT, which is also my Instagram and Threads link. Jamie's Instagram and Threads is at MR Throwback Thursday. Threads has turned into an absolute cesspool of just sex ads, so I don't really go on there anymore.
I don't go on there either. It's there. but I don't go there.
We have something there. We have a TikTok page. Jamie posts on that from time to time. That's at Mr. Throwback Thursday too.
I hate it, but I do it.
And I am going to set up my own TikTok page. I believe I'm going to label it Bill Does Everything because of the fact that I do the show and I referee, and I will soon be the voice of the Vipers for the Hudson Valley Vipers minor league hockey team here. So look for Bill Does
brown booty hole
Everything
videos
on TikTok, including, who knows? Maybe I'll put some Bill Reads Lyrics stuff up there. I might have
and
to
have
beep
it
them
taken
all
down.
out. I'll just beep everything out. That's all. Just because it's funny.
And watch Sexy Red videos.
No, that will not happen.
Brown.
So anyway, that's a social media network for the show.
It is.
It's shout outs time. Let's get
cool.
through
We still do
those
that
before I completely lose my voice. Shout outs go out to Gail Dunmeyer and Manny Baez and Sarah Henderson and John Henderson and Hugo Gonzalez and Sanket Patel and Teresa Lynn's Simple Luxuries at teresalyns.com and Clay Arsenault, the Shrieking Warrior, Jennifer Buchanan, Jason Heath, Jessica Walker, Shane Hatley, Ricky Schnarr. All of our thoughts and prayers go out to our good friend Kenneth Elsfelder.
Yes.
Mr. Cranky Pants, Brian Hollenbeck, the legend, Kevin Van Buren, Rob Jeffroy, who joined us tonight.
Yes.
Good to see you again, Rob. It's been way too long. I'm glad you're doing well. Kate Harvey, thank you once again for the wonderful card you sent us. That was very thoughtful. Catherine Liska, Ken Dwinell, and Wanda Calamia. They get announced every week because
or more.
And if you want to get your name mentioned every week, you can become a patron. Go to
Or do your own show.
patreon.com/MRTBT. You can do that too, but then we're not going to announce your name.
No, it's a lot more work, but you will get your name mentioned every week on your own show.
You will. I can't guarantee anybody will listen, but then again, I can't guarantee anybody who listens to us every
I
week
cannot.
either. Don't forget our friends in the industry. As always, check out the Kings of Sport, Brother Nate Milton and Chris Ely. Check out Anthony Imran and the Rug Boy, the Felty American over at the Jock and Nerd podcast. Our friend Talking Ty on her webpage and her show, What's the Word podcast with Brooklyn Ty NYC.
She just released a Book of Hove episode.
She did. And the hardest working turntablist in the world is DJB.
He is
the proprietor of Freshtopia and Fresh Radio at itsfreshradio.com. You can also get that Fresh Radio app for your phone. When you get that Fresh Radio app for your phone, or you go to itsfreshradio.com, you can tune in to Mr. Throwback Thursday every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, right after the All Request Thursday show.
Yes.
If you want to go tune in early and get on the All Request show,
you should do that.
You tweet your request to @RealFreshRadio, and B will seamlessly get them in, unless for one reason or another you request the Booyah Tribe, then he will ignore you.
He is anti.
He is anti-Booyah Tribe. Not sure why. Never asked him. Don't need to know. It's his radio station, his rules. He can.
That's right. He plays what he want to play.
We also want to mention Wild One Radio. We are on wildoneradio.com. We come out on 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays and all throughout the weekend as well. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, and all of that good stuff. Make sure you share the good word.
Yes.
Tell people where you find us. Warn them first.
Don't play us at work.
No, we are not
headphones.
safe for work. As much as we're funny, we're not safe for work.
We are not.
Somebody asked me the other day, by the way, they're like, how do you get around the N-word? And I said, we use the word Nickelback because nobody likes them.
Yeah, it's not a word that we would use anyway, but when we're quoting articles.
And somebody said, well, I like Nickelback. I was like, we're not the show for you.
No, you don't.
Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all of that good stuff. Go find us and share the good word. Take good care of yourselves. Even though I had my hands wash themselves countless times, things can still happen. This is still a thing. Thankfully, hopefully, I am through the through the tunnel and on the other side of it. But
plague rat.
It's not been fun. But
it's not supposed to be.
There but for the grace of God, as they say. It could have been a lot worse. So I will be back to hopefully full speed whenever it is that is. But until then, take good care of yourselves. Wash your hands.
Wash your butt.
That's very important too, by the way.
It is.
And until next time, thanks for joining us and keep it classic. And always remember,
new school stale, old school fresh.